Hey yeah, it's Whimsy and we're back today with more Control. We are starting the Dark Place mission for the second DLC and the last one. I'm very excited, of course, because it seems to be related to Alan Wake and apparently it's a good bridge between Control and Alan Wake 2. And my plan is to play this DLC and then start Alan Wake 2 first playthrough, so this is perfect timing, perfect thing to do, I feel like. And we will be rewatching the Alan Wake hotline thing. I don't know if it was a hotline, like a multimedia thing, because I want to really go fresh, because I kind of started that DLC without knowing it was a DLC, but I didn't go down the elevator, so like not really started fully, you know. So let's just jump into it, let's go. Alrighty, so we finished the first DLC. I know there was, like, I was wondering if I should look for the mannequin echo. I don't know. You guys let me know. I'm not really sure if it's worth it. I need to ask my moderator maybe, like what they think. But yeah, I don't know if it's worth it looking for them. I think there's 3 of them, but I'm not sure, you know, from what I understood. And it seems to be opening a door, so that does interest me. Maybe I could just check. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do all collectibles in this game. Basically, I feel like that's mostly for people who are really into like 100%ing this game, which is not necessarily my case. So yeah. Okay, Jessie receives a strange vision that mentions the investigation sector. She decides to look into the matter. I think it was a multimedia altered world events. FBC recording. Threshold Kids. Let me see if I can find it. What's this one? This one. Maybe it's in hotline? It seemed to be a hotline thing. Marshall. Wake. Faden rides the elevator. That's it. There we go.
Darkness engulfed the elevator.
Oh my god.
There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss.
What the?
So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man.
Oh my god.
A man desperate to escape.
Literally.
She sensed something else too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting.
Mr.
She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
This game. So, my understanding.
Welcome back, Director.
Thank you. Of Alan's power with the typewriter in Cauldron Lake right? Like you need all those things together to truly, and my dog is with us today in the studio, to truly make it work, right? Not necessarily in Cauldron Lake, but you know what I mean, like around Cauldron Lake, whatever. In Bright Falls. In Cauldron Lake, it's even better, I feel like. Anyways, my understanding from Alan Wake Remastered, the first Alan Wake, he can't just write someone out of nothing. That person already existed. Maybe in another dimension. Now that's where, you know, control comes into play, but maybe another dimension or whatever, but that thing or entity or person or whatever already existed and had certain aspirations and certain dreams or whatever, and what he writes will certainly influence, like it will write something like a story, but it has to make sense for that character, right? Like he can just write someone out of nothing and then make them do something completely at the like opposite of what they would normally do, but he can still control like an influence. So I don't think that he created all this, like the bureau, the board, the dimensions, Jessie, what happened to her, all that like already was a thing. Like Alan didn't write all that, but somehow he knows, and that's where I don't understand how it works, but somehow he knows everything and everyone that exists. Like how did he come to know about Jessie so intimately, right? Like he knows all the characters so intimately, and then he can write them to do certain things that will make sense for them. So here, of course, it makes sense for Jessie to investigate this, right? So he is writing that, for sure. But she was already a being beforehand. That's how I understand this whole thing, but I don't know. We're literally going down. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. And please don't answer. Obviously, I'm guessing I'll get more answers in Alan Wake 2. It's just, you know, ideas and theories that I have that I don't know if I'm right or not. I don't think he can just write someone into existence from nothing. Though, to be fair, between him and Thomas Zane, I don't know which came first. Literally, I don't know. I think it's Thomas Zane. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he can even control, like, over space and time. Yeah. So many questions, and I love
Hello?
that.
Anyone here? Guess not.
So we're gonna be able to come into contact with the darkness and with Mr. I believe, in this DLC. Authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darlin, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in a bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. Majority of blank sector personnel seems to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's codename to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research. Tim Spalder.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
So They were investigating on Darling, and I thought they were talking about Dylan. But I'm not sure anymore. CB. 1988, 1994, and 2006. Wonder what this is about. Avoid modern technology. It's the synchronicity department saying that. Monsieur Denis. A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those horrible crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I start surveillance on this guy. Oh, what the hell? Wonder if maybe I shouldn't do that. Huh. Weird. Mr. Kirkland, here latest agents confirm missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Lindsay Malcolm, Charles Murray, and Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineers checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the fire break. They're lost, I'm afraid. I can barely see. Burrow Tractor. Miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow, male Caucasian, 33-year-old man. Hey, I'm turning 33 this year. Found dead on his property per police. Oh, I hope I don't die this year. Touch wood. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Blunt force injuries: head, laceration left ear, cheek. Blunt force injuries: extremities, dislocation right knee. Complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. Complete avulsion of multiple organs including stomach or heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine. All missing from scene. Conclusion: it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not a result of a mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. The removal of an organ is consistent with animal attack. God, I can't see. Resignation letter. To whom it may concern. It is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigation for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's work, I guess. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank loose inside. Oh no, there's something loose in here. I will never forget the screams of Brady agents begging for us to open that fire break. I would carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. So, the one who was investigating on... I can go there. On, the Dr. Darlin resigned. And I think it's because of the director, maybe? Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE, like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here. Given their records, it is possible they switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. It just was an AWE. It seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. There are 2 overlapping circles with a dot in a shared space. Could be unrelated. Oh, I'll show you the picture when I get back. Have I seen 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space in the motel on one of the doors? I might have. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the common guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenum. Well, I'm not ready to go up yet. I'm just going around. There's a control point there.
It's not working.
Of course it's not.
Probably a loose power core somewhere.
Staffing issue. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for a week now. No, I've read this. Huh? Is it this? Yes, staffing issue? I must have clicked. Monsieur Denis, so yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more Outer World events cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the stuff we lost at Hartman thing, and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, who barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable locations months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. So Denny is the replacement, huh? You guys said that you guys said you were watching, I don't remember which episode, I think 6, maybe episode 6 or episode 7 of this playthrough. And so many of you guys are, some of you guys are a little frustrated with my gameplay because I forget that I have this. And I can just break the windows with it instead of like shooting and then having trouble. Listen, I don't like the melee. I don't like it, so my brain just went like, oh, it just doesn't exist. Welcome to first playthroughs, okay? But now that you guys have told me, I'll try to remember. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain altered world events, monitoring responsibilities that your staff no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. I don't think your petty internal investigation has gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. Wow, you are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Secretary Trench. Oh wow, he was going crazy. He was going insane already. And like... it's not Darling's fault, like... But okay, I understand why Kirkland was like, you know what? I resign. Fine. It's my fault I resign. So I do think he was talking about the director earlier. Raya Underhill. Isn't she the mushroom doctor? Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDAs since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian... okay, so they are NDAs. That I talked about that before. I was like, oh, I'm surprised they let people quit and just work elsewhere when they are so like, oh, you'll be terminated if you talk, you know. But they have NDAs, that's why. Civilian behavior had been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationships with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. How is that not ideal? Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. Wow, that bad, huh? No, they were not a thing. Were they an item? No, I thought they really were just friends. Maybe history will say they were roommates. I don't know. Okay. Well, this would allude to the fact that they were not just friends, in fact. They were a little more than that. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Yeah, it's your mushroom woman. Director investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, was launched into the blank of directors, the investigation of director. A recent change in blank witnessed in director's trench, including aggressive blank when blank with other staff had been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting the issue rather than improving it. That's because he was corrupted with a hiss already. Right? Notable blank between Director Trench and Dr. Darling had been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the blank kept inside it, the slideshow. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Strange blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Right. Sure. Okay. Head office. Crazy. Here's more. Cauldron Lake update! To Chief Investigator Denis. It happened again. Third time this year. Something clearly has it out for our blank. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Cauldron Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this shit hits again. I don't know. And I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Agent Estevez. Firebreak. Gotcha. Here we are. Okay. Alright. Let me go up here. Oh, that's the power cord thing. Oh, there you are. So... Amazing.
Now that gate should open.
So now we don't have air to breathe. No, I don't. Tractor procedures. Item is not in bureau custody, none known. A Frank elk tractor. So is that why all the organs were out? Olive green, dry blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized response or growls and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Oh, my dog is dreaming. She's so cute. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived, but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panic calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached this item and responded with growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item were ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier that night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Did she wish ill on him? Is what I meant to say. Ethics. Investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation. Legality of the Prime Candidate Program. Yes, I would agree. That is a good investigation. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation use executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. How surprising. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank and blank blank were brought in the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in a traumatic blank of paranaturally inclined children, I guess. Not only is this a breach in the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human rights, I guess. This investigation team unequivocally blank the Prime Candidate Program recommend that it be blank immediately seized. Yeah, no. I agree. Is it the Ash Act from the dad or the son? I would guess the son. The son is amazing, dude. Specimen escape assessment. Purpose of internal investigation. La la la. SI1. That's of we don't know how many agents. Inspection report, more than one. Of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researcher notes on a specimen from the internal network. On the blank of blank. Specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive blank. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1, air filters were changed, and 2, we just messed with the air filters, I feel like, with the anyways. And 2 hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given her connection to the same Altered World event case, it is likely that Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank. It has to be Mr. Right? It has to. Like an entity.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
No kidding. Blessed organization. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. Remy Denny, Chief Investigator. Okay. Tim Spalder tells me something, but I don't know why. A production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case. Oh, yeah. As well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit supernatural materials. 2016, 94, and 88. Oh! I thought it was 2006, but it was 16? Earlier on the map? Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. And in 88, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case. None of these businesses or individuals have been ever been located. However, the connection to appearance of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any person believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Yes, okay. This 88, 94. No, it's really 2006. Oh well. It's like the Illuminati or something. Oh, we're going back to the motel holiday.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Right, falls! Jeez.
Who are you?
Mr. Scrooge.
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom.
Huh?
Tom Zane.
Huh?
There's nothing to worry about.
Tom,
Huh?
the poet. The diver, you
this
look
looks-
different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Light Springs. Darling! That's finished, right?
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riley,
You found a way!
no. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Bruh.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about.
So,
What's he doing here?
imagine you play this game and you haven't played Alan Wake.
Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
I mean, that's new info to me. I thought he was really a poet. I didn't think it was a role. So I don't know what's right anymore. Imagine you see this and you haven't played Alan Wake. Like, nothing makes sense. But for me, oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, this looked so good. The cutscenes, oh my god. That was so good. And then the voice, it's Dr. Darling's voice, but it's Alan Wake's face. It's so good. It's so good. Anyways, amazing. I don't know if that's really Thomas Zane. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was Mr. But I don't know if he's able to like fake out like this, so I guess he is. So this goes back to what I was saying earlier when I said I don't think he can write anyone in existence, you know? They're just working on this together. But like, who's influencing who? I'm not sure. Between Zane and Wake, I mean. Oh, what the fuck? Yep. 2 circles and a dot. That's what I thought. See America. New York. Ranger naturalist. It's no. It's just American stuff. Okay. Oh yeah. The music is good. It's like there's a ticking. Oh. Oh my god, I'm scared. This, okay, so is actually amazing. Because Alan Wake is very scary. To me, playing Alan Wake Remastered, I was so scared, and then the DLCs are even more scary. I just thought it's almost like a horror game. Like it is so scary, and they're kind of bringing that vibe back now in Control. Not to say that Control didn't have its creepy vibe already, you know, like it is a little disturbing, distressing, not distressing, but like disturbing, creepy, and weird, right? Control, but it's not scary. But now, if they can manage to bring, if they had that idea to bring the level of scary that Alan Wake has into Control, that would make me really happy. I think that would be really fucking cool.
Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness.
Oh yeah.
Became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose. Killed everyone it could. Lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
What? What? Really? Fucking Hartman. Let's listen to the full thing.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment.
Because,
What he'd
okay,
been too scared to do before.
after the event.
Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat.
Wow.
Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could.
Okay.
The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came.
Alice.
Not darkness, but similar enough.
Oh.
A sound,
Oh.
a
Ah.
resonance.
Resonance.
It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's
The
one,
hiss.
why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
So Hartman, after the events of Alan Wake Remastered, was like, hey, my life's work, when the FBC came in and just took control of Bright Falls and tried to contain everything. And we're looking for Alan Wake and never found him. Trying to contain everything with rituals, I would assume. And then he went and dove into the lake, and then the darkness took control of him, and he became weird. And then after that, he was captured by the FBC, and that's what was captured here that we heard earlier. It was not Mr. It was Dr. Hartman that had been. And then the hiss, like, came in the investigation sector, probably, slipped through, and then resonated with Dr. Hartman. So he is now a boss fight. You know what I mean? So I'm still going back to my own world, by the way. So that's interesting. My own dimension. The sound it makes. I need to look up more often. I don't do it a lot. Oh, great. Right. So dash just broken. So let's go here. To see on the other side, but there's blood, so that's great. What the hell? Oh, is that in here? He's on a vacation.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
I might need to bump the brightness. I feel like there's a lot of areas that are really difficult to see in, but maybe it's temporary, I don't know. I can hear the screeching. What the fuck? Okay, bye. Mama. Oh no. There's some creepy things. It's great. I'm actually so happy. Let me just get rid of certain things. And here, type as well. Ugh. Oh, this one. Damage while low on health is crazy. I think about it, you know? I do. I'm wondering. Might be good. Launch speeding boost could be really interesting, actually. Launch speed on launch kills plus 18. Oh, what the fuck? Wow, we're in between two dimensions, I feel like. I don't even know.
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
It looks like a dimension shift. I don't think I like it very much. Fascinating. I am liking this a lot, actually. Ah, there we go. The fuck? Oh, I hurt myself.
Of course, the hiss are already in here.
Yeah, of course. It attacked Dr. Hartman. Okay. Aha! You guys also said I could break the walls like this. Woo! Hidden location. Just want to make sure if there's like a some type of thing to raid, you know, but no. I would have known. You can see. Don't want to miss anything to read. Hartman arrest. Wake Allen, Anderson, Tor, Anderson, Odin, Lane, Rudolph, Désolé, Wendy, Emerson, Thomas. Code for kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count. So victim names. Wow, it's considered kidnapping. Sanctions against altered organization, 1 count. Obstruction of a bureau investigation, 1 count. Breaching the Ash Act, 6 counts. What's the Ash Act? Oh, I'm so curious. I thought maybe I could see because it's cut a little bit almost. Offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing Altered World event investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau's researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility and Wake possibly diseased. So Alan and the Anderson brothers are not being don't have any surveillance biannually, but Rudolph, Disney, just Wendy and Thomas Emerson. So the painter, you know, like there were other. Okay, so it's considered kidnapping. There were other people with artistry inclinations.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Yeah. Wait, did I miss anything? I haven't been on this side. Foot. Gossip. Hello, my feet gossip at night, and I now have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. Who's that? Oh, hell no.
This
Aim at powerful lights.
is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
light source. Oh, you.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
They are actually doing this. This is so cool. So that's why it's so dark. They want to play on the light a little bit, just like in Alan Wake. So I guess that was just to have more. Sorry. I meant to do square, but... Let me go here first. Oh, I can't go. I thought I could. Oops. Okay. This is amazing. We now have the darkness in the oldest house. It's not amazing, like it's a terrible news, but you know what I mean? It is still very cool. I can hear... I'm keeping a light with me at all times now. Oh, I can go here. No problem. Don't know if it does anything. Does it do anything? I guess not. It was really just for... the thing we got in the chest. I don't know how to call. I'm sure they'll give me more lights. But I like it. Oh goodness, here we go.
Baby.
Oh no. Oh no, we literally have the same enemies because they have the darkness. So they say things. It's not like the enemies in Control, you know? In Alan Wake, they keep saying creepy shit from like their past life, you know what I mean? Like before they died to the darkness. Or I guess maybe they're not dead. I don't know how to describe. Oh no! It seemed to be huge too. They are definitely bringing back the "this is really fucking scary" thing from Alan Wake. And I couldn't be happier. Construct, search. Fire adhesive munitions that detonate when magically triggered. Oh yeah. Huh? No, maybe I don't know what I've... Wait. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. But I like my charge. I like my charge a lot. Let's use this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh. Poor plant. No, there's nothing. Okay. Poor plant, can I help you? You need some light? No?
There you go.
Huh?
Doesn't that feel better?
It does! Oh my god, it did work? You have to be kidding. I was joking. I was joking. I thought, oh my god, this plant looks so bad, it needs some light, but this is not natural light. Well, if I notice any of those plants, again, I can always do this, I guess.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton.
Right. I'm gonna listen to it fully, do not worry. Oh, once again. Satisfying. I should probably keep it, huh? I don't know, it feels scary out here. I think there's quite a bit of stuff to grab, to read. Astral plane. Ahti! You have work for me? Yes! I've already started. Oops. I'm sorry, I thought he was done.
The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's not good for you. Headache, nausea, mold, depression. But how can you tell when you are afraid?
Get rid of darkness.
Darkness everywhere. New day, same old places, except the old way. Like tar but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
Ah, there it is. Where did I? Okay. So I think we need some light, you know? Before I go around doing whatever. Okay. Well, even then, don't have a shit ton of light, huh? Huh?
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance, even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best, but mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell going ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
All right, that was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God, I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
I feel like I should listen to it here. I would hear better.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area.
Trying to hear.
Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the
But I
main
don't think
entrance,
there's
even
anything
fingerprint powder
that's being
on
said
the front desk.
in those silent moments.
Results are varying at best, but mostly
I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
Inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors.
Ugh.
I can hear the call bell going ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something.
I can't hear.
I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go. All right.
I heard a little something, but...
heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God, I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do. My job! Want to know what I call that? Bullshit! Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, and I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words trying to delete classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension, see if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Hewitt! Hewitt. 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 I've heard Hewitt before. In this game, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, wait, I've been here. It's a cool map. Ooh, I can hear things. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay. It's this. That's fine. I missed my light. It's right there. A black market hub specializing in trade of the occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well genuine, altered, and supernatural materials, was raided in Blank's Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations reveal that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other supernatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. Something just popped in my mind while I was reading this, which is completely unrelated. But earlier with Odin and Thor, they said that they were not checking them because they are crazy, like they're senile. But they're not. Like, they're not though. Right? Like in Alan Wake, they're not. It's because they know. They know everything. So for the Bureau to say that they are insane, now I'm considering the Bureau that works in this, right? Like, those brothers would be a gold mine of information usually. But in this case, like, no, they're just crazy. So maybe they really are then. Because, like, what the hell? I just thought that. Like, that makes no sense, right? I thought they were not. I don't know anymore. Okay. Threefold concern. There is a growing underground market for supernatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's supernatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. Now I'm reminded of... See, motivations of these characters are largely unknown. I'm reminded of Talk to Me. Have you guys seen that? The Talk to Me movie? It's like a hand, and then it's a horror movie. And then you grab the hand, and then you can like talk to, you say talk to me, and then it can possess you and whatever. It's a pretty good movie, honestly. I really liked it. So like objects like that in the world, and then people don't know, they are starting to see through the cracks, you know, of the Bureau, but they don't really know the full thing, so it's really dangerous. The third thing.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman, they all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros.
Oh,
A spiral. A maelstrom.
here we go.
The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening.
I've seen these
taking
words
you
so many
deeper
times, even in
and
Quantum
deeper
Break.
to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're a new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
I thought he was saying things like in Alan Wake, but no, it was just the mantra. Gotcha. Sorry, I thought it was something else. Baby, baby, yeah, orange peel. Yeah, that's part of the mantra. NASA Corporation Review. Following the NASA FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972? What? What? I'm sorry, what? Wait. NASA knows about the FBC, and not only that, but they coordinate. So aliens are either really real or they're just paranatural entities and like all their world events and all items, you know what I mean? Like they had to work together because it's aliens. Technically they're from another dimension. This is amazing. This is genius, as they should. The Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. Genius. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised a concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the cost accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the blank far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the blank will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of the committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Is it like Apollo or something? That is genius. I've been here. I do believe I've like been everywhere down. My goodness. In the shadow. Paranatural entity, aka the shadow, is an aggressive blank consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestation of sentient blank, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material as well as exerting blank over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals. human bodies blank by the shadow. It's the darkness. It's not the shadow. It's the darkness. You guys don't have the proper terminology. Okay? These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain blank of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C shaded objects similar to Type B, except that inanimate objects are blank solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, which may imply a shared link to a blank intelligence, hive mind intelligence. Maybe. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of the offensive-defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional light sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an... link.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented.
Darkness.
Incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom.
Metaphysical gloom.
And then there are the artists.
Yep.
I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness.
And Lane.
The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it?
I think it beckons.
Now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer.
I think
to
we've heard
learning
this in Alan Wake,
answers to these
actually.
questions.
This
Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge.
foundation.
Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Yeah, I think we heard something similar. Oh shit. Well, I wanted to read. What do you mean? Just a second. Eagle Limited. AWE 44. Train derailment resulting in 62 casualties, numerous injuries, was suspected to have been the work of paracriminal group known as Blessed Something. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. Event response. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by a suspected group. Suspicion onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. It's sad because now there's light. And before I was just in the dark. Had I known. I see how it is. Huh? Where are the other ones? Up. His Ranger Airborne. Whoa. Oh, he just died for me. This is so cool, the effect we have on the environment. This game is so well made for that, it's just crazy. Oh, there is a route. Oh no, Lulu. Salt Lake, okay, yeah. Whoa, the Washington, D.C. Okay. Oh goodness, it's hard, but I need to stop. I was wondering about the... I want this one too, Pierce. I was wondering about the missions. So it is back there. I missed a couple of them. And I need a light source for them. Would that work, please? Oh! I didn't see that
Reminder,
before.
all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Of course. Yeah, okay, I'll stop here, but I could do some side missions since we're here, because a couple of them have to do with where we are. Like this doesn't. The mold one we'll do later. And then darkness we'll do later. But we could definitely do the plans, at least partially, in abandoned offices in an operations corridor. And then the rest we'll do wherever that right place is. Probably, what is it? AWE loading bay. That's it. So yeah, we could do that and then continue maybe. But this has been so fun so far. Oh, it's like an eye. The investigation. Woo. Because it gives more info on Alan Wake, so I'm really enjoying this a lot. And now I just have more questions. But yeah, I'll end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry, I was a little tired today. I went to sleep really late. So my energy was not as usual. I'm sorry for that. But next time I'll be back fully, hopefully. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye!